Hi, Jonique.
Hi, Reverend July.
It's a blessing to be with you today. I'm excited. I know that this is your final semester here at Columbia, and you have been a part of Better Than One in this inaugural cohort, and an amazing gift and a blessing to this community. And you've shared that you've taken the Enneagram and that it's been something that really has been informative for you. So I want to take a few minutes to ask some questions about that and share your insights and wisdom as others are maybe learning about the Enneagram for the first time. So the question I have is, when you first learned your Enneagram type, what felt most accurate or surprising?
Okay. So with the Enneagram, I found that I am a type 2, which is heart center, which means that I lead from the heart, and I'm a helper. I don't think anything was too surprising. What I found is that it was very accurate. That it was very accurate. I am definitely a helper. I just kind of figured, it was a learned behavior because my mom is a helper, my grandmother. I've seen people in my family just help. That's just what we do.
Right.
But discovering the Enneagram, I felt like I was reading my life. Because of going through the class, it was in a PowerPoint format, and then we were just going around reading aloud in the class, and I actually got a little choked up because it hit home. Like it hit in a place where this is me, and in this moment I feel seen, but it was very raw and vulnerable simultaneously. So once I got past that, it was also refreshing to know that this is who I am. This is what I was created to be and do. It's first nature, not second nature.
I love that it sounds like there was that I know that feeling of feeling both like seen and exposed. So it sounded like there was a little bit of both the there's a gift in this because now I have language and I'm not alone in this identity, but also it can feel a little overwhelming at times.
It can feel a little overwhelming, and then although I'm in a class of peers, they're still kind of strangers in a sense. You know what I mean? So we know each other, we've gone to class together, but this is a raw and vulnerable moment that you're having to experience with others that maybe you weren't expecting to happen, which is what it was for me. But I very much lead with my heart, and then sometimes I try to hide that, but I guess I don't do very well with that. We try to put on our cape and be strong, the hard outer shell, but in that moment I was putty.
Well, and I love that you were able to be in your heart, even when you were learning about it. Another question I was wondering is, can you share a specific moment where the awareness of your type actually changed how you led or respond as a leader?
So, well, like I said, I've always been doing it. So it's just adding the piece of the Enneagram that says, to solidify it, basically. Yes, this is who you are. And components of that is always wanting others to win and to root for them and to push them forward. So in planning the Better Than One, I kind of take a step back sometimes. It may to others look like I'm not participating, but when I recognize that there are others who may not necessarily be out front, but they have a want to lead or be in the forefront, I'll step back so that they can shine. And I'm here to support you, and if you need me to do anything, I can, but I feel like this is your moment. This is your moment, so you take the lead on that. Again, if it's overwhelming, I'm here, but I want you to shine.
I love that's I think that's one of the healthier stances that one can have as a 2, is being able to say, I'm going to stop continuing to produce in order to give other people space to participate and help. So high five on that one.
Thank you.
Can I ask you a question? How has knowing your type helped you relate differently when you're on a team? Like, how has it made a difference for you?
Knowing my type, how is it?
when you're with a group of people, like, does it help to know I'm likely to show up this way, so how do I navigate it differently? Or do you not think about it and you just kind of navigate with that truth kind of in the background?
I think it is the latter. Because again, it's kind of hard to differentiate or split the two.
Yeah.
Just recently learning about the Enneagram and what it is, but it was just confirmation of or solidifying who and what I already am. So it honestly doesn't really make a big difference,
right?
In how I do me, because I'm just being me. So yeah, I mean, I'm just being Jonique.
And even that, like, that's such a grounded way to respond to information, because I think any tool that we run across, sometimes we can over-identify with it and then feel like it's driving us or it has to be how we operate, rather than realizing with something like the Enneagram, while there's a lot of research and room for interpretation and it's kind of a tool for self-awareness, it doesn't have to be a limiting tool, and it doesn't have to be something that feels like it's writing your story, rather than you saying, this might be possibly where I'm leading or other leaders are coming from. I think there's a gift in having tools like that in order to support us in relating to each other.
Absolutely.
And to find out what was it like to think about your core values and your core fears, because I think for me that was something that was really powerful with the tool that is the Enneagram. How did that feel to have that maybe even read in that first session?
The core values, again, I'm like, yeah, that's me, that's spot on.
Right.
You know, the core fears, still very personal and dear, so I won't get into those. But that definitely was eye-opening.
Yeah.
Because I try to be very self-introspective. I think I'm a very self-aware person.
Yeah.
Daily, I'm checking myself. Right? Because we're not perfect. So I can have attitudes. I can be a little, not so friendly.
Right.
So to recognize, realize, and understand what the core fears are, I've learned that I don't have to live into that.
Yeah.
Right? That is a growing edge.
Yes.
So daily, I'm walking the walk, and that'll straighten itself out.
Yes.
So I don't have to be beholden to that, and then I also don't have to try to be more of the good parts to cover up that part. The whole of me is fine.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a journey.
And I love that that's, we've a part of Better Than One. We read that book, Strong Ground, and it talks about like being able to know how you're moving in the world and being able to feel grounded in it, so you don't feel as disoriented. I do sense that something like the Enneagram helps us be grounded, so we're not blindsided by our own proclivities, right? It moves it from a shadowy space about us to something that, oh yeah, that is what I do when I'm feeling under stress. Oh, that is what I do when I'm feeling like my most alive and vivacious version of myself. I love that it just gives us language. Yeah,
and it puts the mirror up in good ways.
Yes, yes.
And if you're ready to see the not so good parts, but still be accepting of that. Yeah. And then you learn, okay, well, these are the things that I can work on. Yeah. And it's okay.
Is it okay to ask you one last question?
Sure.
Okay. Last one is, in what ways do you sense God meeting you both in your strengths and the struggles of your time as you lead? So how do you sense God being present for you, even as you recognize the strengths and the shadow parts of being a helper? I should also, I'll just disclose, I too am a 2 and a helper, so I feel like there's a lot of ways in which we're simpatico. So, for you, what do you sense God being in the midst of it all?
So I believe God, great spirit, I am, is love. Yes. Is the perfect model of love. And so early on, and my mother taught me this, to be a helper, to be a giver, that is showing love. Yeah. And so when I got older, I understood that. And so it doesn't come from a place of I'm doing it because I want it reciprocated. Of course we want good things reciprocated, right? but that's not the mindset that I have. That's not the heart of this giver. It's not doing it in hopes that I can come back later and get something else. It's a genuine, I want to give. I hear Spirit speak a lot.
Yeah.
So when I'm giving, most times I've been nudged to help this person in a particular way.
Yeah.
And I don't have to put it on blast.
Right.
I don't have to let anyone else know that that's what's going on. And it just feels good on the inside.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I've been, I know people don't like this language, I've been obedient to something that the Spirit has said.
Yes.
Yeah, so in that way. And then in ways where the growing edges are, God is there allowing me to be me. So if I have to cuss, if I have to kick, scream, if I can say, I don't like it.
Right.
I don't like it.
Right.
It hurts. It's ugly.
Yep.
I don't want to look at it. I can say all those things and not be loved any less.
Absolutely.
And then what I take from that is the love that God gives me, I give to other people.
Amen. Well, Jonique, I want to thank you for sharing a bit of your experience with the Enneagram as an opportunity for others to learn more about it and how it can be a tool for their leadership. And I just want to thank you for being the leader that you are.
Oh, thank you.
You are a blessing.
And giving me this opportunity.
High five.
All right.
Nice.